Hi, so welcome back to our presentation. This time we'll be covering chapter 3 and 4. And so we'll first go into chapter 3, which is the analyzing of the marketing environment. So, what is the marketing environment? Basically, it's the external factors that exist outside the marketing scope that affects the relationship between the company and also the target consumers. So, in this environment, there exists both the micro and macro environment. So, first we'll go to the micro environment, includes the things that are closely related with the company, like the company departments, suppliers, marketing intermediaries, competitors, various publics, and also customers. So first we have the the company departments and also the suppliers basically working very closely with the company and the marketers because they really need to know the amount of resources, the amount of budget, the amount of profit that they can gain, so they could provide the most revenues out of the marketing strategy that they use. And then we also have the marketing intermediaries, basically the authorized resellers of the company where they resell the products that the company is trying to sell. So they are also very important because they are in charge of your product being sold at the end anyway. And then we have the competitors, basically really important because the competitors is in major stakeholders, and the company needs to look at their competitors in order to provide the best marketing strategy in order for them to provide the best product, basically the advantage that they need. And also we have the various publics, as I'm showing you on the slides right here. Various publics, yes, as you can see, there's a tons of subcategories for this, but as shown, but it can be summed up as the group, many groups that have any interest or any impact on the organization ability to achieve its final objective. And finally, we have the customer. Basically, I don't really need to explain this because they are basically the most important end product of this marketing process because all marketers try to aim and capture their value in the end anyway. So next we have the macro environment, which is basically has much larger forces like a demographic, economic, natural, technological, political, and cultural forces. We'll first go to through demographic. Basically, the demographic is the gender, location, age, and race. Marketers try to capture the diversity of the population in order to provide the best product in this case. So it's basically analysis of the entire population. So first we have the 1946 and 1964. We have the baby boomers, basically born after World War II. They are the most lucrative market right now because they have the highest disposable income, and at the same time they are also basically they're very rich. So basically they are interested in things that make them feel their youth age against, basically making them feel young. So marketers tends to try to make them feel young, like beauty products and all of that, and also basically health products at the same time because they're basically the oldest generation right now. And then we have the 1965 to 1976, basically the Generation X, right after the baby boomer. They are much less lucrative because the fact that they are mostly grown adults at this point. They focus is mostly on they have a lot of rationality because they buy for their families. They don't really buy for themselves. And so things that are related to like housings, things that are like furnitures, they tend to focus for the Generation X. And then 1977 to 2000, basically the millennials. This group is very practical as they were born they are very connected with the social medias, of the technology, and that the technology sectors becomes the most profitable with this target consumer as the millennials seek a faster way to connect with the world and faster connection in general through the internet. So they try to market themselves with like cool new technology. And finally, we have after the year 2000, the Generation Z is basically the upgraded version of the millennials. They are the future of the world and have the most access to technology. They also specifically make the most out of their purchase through online stores. They do a lot of research, and they are heavily attracted to bright, colorful music videos, etc. All of those things. They might not account for the most disposable income, but still they do take up a lot of the major part of the future and for our current population right now. So yeah, that is it.
Thus, macroeconomics also include the natural environment factor, which play a vital role in addressing marketing activity. So, what is the natural environment? In general, this is the group of resources used by business as needed in which all those tremendously influence the growth of commerce and industry. So here we got four natural environment trends. First one is shortage of raw material, increased pollutions, developing environmental sustainability, and increased government interventions. First, we got a shortage of raw materials, conducting the marketing campaigns and making product rely on the scarce resources such as the renewable energy would be aggressive to the environment and harm the marketing strategy. Second one, we got the increased pollution. The amount of pollutions caused as a result of unsustainable productions and consumptions is also negatively affecting the planet's food, water, and air system, and this also endangering both human and environmental health. Most of government frequently take the social responsibility into account. First, there will be prohibitions on the company when it's come to the too high polluting consequences of the over exploitations of the natural environment. Yeah, and the last one, we got nowadays most of the company try to go beyond the effort to be green. They are developing and supporting the environmental stability, sustainability, and creating a green world. Most of them have responded to the customer demand with the environmentally friendly product, such as reusable and biodegradable things or recycled material. Well, additionally, we appreciate the significance of the technological environment. Technology should have an impact on how company conduct the business. Well, only via technology that lower productions and marketing costs have more sophisticated method for creating goods and service being offered. However, despite all the pros, it imposes some negative impact as well. When launching new kind of product out of the market, the concern about the safety and standardizations of the product cannot be denied.
In recent years, legislation affecting businesses around the world has increased steadily. Moreover, regulations are yearly updated, so marketers must put in a lot of effort to stay current on changes and how regulations are interpreted. Business legislation has been enacted for a number of reasons. The first is to protect companies from each other. Through laws, it will neutralize the competition, define and prohibit unfair competition. Without regulation, some businesses would produce unqualified goods, breach consumers' privacy, or manipulate them with the packaging and prices. So the second purpose of government regulation is to protect consumers from unfair business practices, and it is enforced by various agencies. The third purpose of government regulation is protecting societal interests from unbridled commercial behavior. They arise to ensure that firms take responsibility for the social costs and their production of products. Beyond written laws and regulations, business is also governed by social codes and rules of professional ethics. Now let's move to the first one. Socially responsible behavior believes that enlightened companies encourage their managers to look beyond what the regulatory system allows and simply do the right thing. Actively seek out ways to protect the long-run interests of their consumers and the environment. Moreover, under the boom on online and social media marketing has created a new set of social and ethical issues. It is being solved systematically by business. To exercise their social responsibility and build more positive images, many companies are now linking themselves to worthwhile causes, and it is called cause-related marketing. This day, every product seems to be tied to some cause. One of the main ways that corporations now donate is through cause-related marketing. By connecting the purchase of a company's goods or services with helping deserving causes or charity groups, it enables businesses to do well by doing good.
The cultural environment is made up of institutions and other forces that affect the society-based value, perceptions, preference, and behavior. Persistence of the cultural values set that the core belief and the value are passed on from parent to children and are reinforced by the school, place of religious worship, business, and government. In addition, secondary belief and value are more open to change. The shift in secondary cultural value regard the people's view of themselves, of the other organizations, society, nature, and universe.
Proactive marketing believes that creating strategy to change the environment rather than accepting it. These firms take aggressive actions to affect the public and forces in their marketing environments. As a technique of political lobbying, it's used to shape public opinion, and many others are used by organizations to bring the environmental forces to their favor. As a result, business can be able to overcome unpredictable environmental events. In contrast, it is not only the right thing when trying to influence geography population shifts. Proactive marketing believes that creating strategy to change the environment rather than accepting it. These firms take aggressive actions to affect the public and forces in their marketing environment as a technique of political lobbying. They are used to shape public opinion, and many others are used by organizations to bring the environmental forces to their favor. As a result, business can be able to overcome unpredictable environmental events. In contrast, it is not always the right thing when trying to influence geography population shifts, the economic environment, or major cultural values. But whenever possible, smart marketing managers take a proactive rather than reactive approach to the marketing environment. There are a number of businesses that view marketing environmental forces as uncontrollable and difficult to predict. so they do not actively try to alter the marketing environment and only passively accept it. However, whenever possible, companies should try to be proactive rather than reactive.
Chapter 4. Managing marketing information to gain customer insight. By having good and deep insight into the need of the customer is the processing of good marketing information, and this develops into competitive advantage. But it is not easy to obtain these, because sometimes even the customer can tell what they want and why they want that. In order to have good insight, marketer must effectively manage marketing information from a wide range of sources. With the fast developed pace of the modern world, there's a lot of information for companies to generate and utilize them. Companies are currently faced with a lack of information, but exploited by it, and this situation is called by the concept of big data. This scenario both offer big opportunities and challenges, and the ones who can effectively tap this flood of data can gain rich and timely customer insights. Thus, marketers don't need more information, they need better ones and have to use what they already have invested. Managing the marketing information. The best of marketing information brings it light in how it is used in the customer insight that it provides. In accordance with its thinking, this is the creation of the marketing information system. Consists of people and procedure provide in developing the need information and have the decision maker make the best out this information to generate and validate actionable customer and market insight. Assessing marketing information need, although for the most part of marketing information systems serve the company purpose, but it may also provide information to external partners such as suppliers, resellers, or marketing service agencies. A well-built marketing information system balances the information user would like to have against what they really need and what is feasible to offer. The MIS mission is to control the marketing environment to bring up quality information and insight to help the decision maker make crucial marketing decisions. Finally, the cost of obtaining, analyzing, storing, and delivering information can mount quickly. So the company must consider whether it's worth to acquire this insight despite cost. Developing marketing information. Marketers that can obtain these needed information from internal data, marketing intelligence, and marketing research. First, internal data. Marketing company build extensive internal database collection of consumer and market information obtained from data sources within the company network. The data come from all departments provide overall aspect of the company and be able to harnessing such information can gain authoritative customer insight and competitive advantage. This type of data can be accessed more convenient than any other type of data, but there is a major problem that it age quickly and often missing important part to conduct a vital decision, and it is costly to managing and maintaining the enormous amounts of information the company has generated. The second thing is competitive marketing intelligence. This is the way for every firm to compete on the market. They must have this done well because it gives information around the industry, about the customer, and most important is about their competitor move in order to help them prepare facing with the press or acknowledge about the opportunities can get from their surroundings. These are numerous techniques for marketing intelligence. A well-done ones can help marketers gain insight into how consumers talk about and engage with their brands. Now we move to marketing research. Besides for marketing intelligent information, marketers also need formal study that provide customer and market insights for specific market situation and decision. That when market research come in. Marketing research is the systematic design, collection, analysis, and reporting of data relevant to a specific marketing situation facing an organization, and it can be used in various ways. The marketing research process has four steps: defining the problem and research objective, developing the research plan, implementing the research plan, and interpreting and reporting the findings. This technique, both marketing manager and researcher involved agree on research objective and both must best understand their task. This is often the hardest step in the whole process. The manager may know that something is wrong without knowing the specific cause. After this, they must set the research objectives. A marketing research project might have one of three types of objective, and that's it: exploratory, descriptive, or cultural. This step guides the entire research process. So both of them should put the statement in writing to be sure that they agree on the purpose and expected result of the research.
And now let's come to developing the research plan. So, Once researchers have defined the research problems and objectives, they must determine the exact information needed, develop a plan for gathering its efficiency, and present the plan to the manager. The research plan outlines sources of existing data and spells out the specific research approaches, contract methods, sampling plans, and instruments that researchers will use to gather new data. Research objectives must be translated into specific information needs. The research plan should be presented in a written proposal. A written proposal is especially important when the research project is large and complex, or when an outside firm carries it out. The proposal should cover the management problems addressed, the research objectives, the information to be obtained, and how the results will help the management's decision making. The proposal also should include estimated research costs. To meet the manager's information needs, research plans can call for gathering secondary data, primary data, or both. Secondary data consists of information that already exists somewhere having been collected for another purpose. And primary data consists of information collected for the specific purpose at hand.
And now we're going to be discussing customer relationship management. Gather information from competitive marketing intelligence, usually internal databases, and marketing research, usually require additional analysis. Many question the most efficient method to analyze and utilize data from customer to solve special problems. In the current big data era, most companies swarm in the sea of information relating to the customer and the marketplace. Customer relationship management, or CRM, is what companies utilize to overcome the problem. So, essentially, CRM is managing detailed information about individual customer and carefully managing customer touchpoint to maximize customer loyalty. And by using CRM, companies can deepen their understanding of their customer, which can result in a higher quality of customer service and a strong bond with the customer. Some of the CMR touchpoints I want to mention are customer purchase, Salesforce contact, service and support calls, webs and social media sites. The next one are satisfaction survey, credit and payment interactions, and marketing research studies. And while big data can yield potential results, simply collecting and storing a large quantity of data has little meaning. So it is when marketing analysis came into play. Marketing analysis is the analysis tool, technologies, and processes by which marketers dig out meaningful patterns in big data to gain customer insights and gauge marketing performance. An example of this could be Netflix, who has a bulging customer database and utilize sophisticated marketing analysis to gain insights which can result in better recommendation to subscribers and better choice of program offerings. Now we'll move on to the topic of information distributing. Many firms utilize the company's intranet and internal CRM system to achieve ready access to research and intelligent information, customer transaction and experience information, share reports, and document. Additionally, the percentage of companies providing customer and value network members to access to account, product, and other data on demand through extranet are increasing. By having this access, suppliers, customers, resellers, and other can access a data extranet to update their account, arrange purchases, and check order against inventory to improve customer services. An example of this could be Zappos, when they share marketing information and insights with suppliers through its Zool extranet. It considers suppliers to be a part of the Zappos family. On the topic of marketing information, there are some considerations that should be mentioned. First, marketing research in small businesses and nonprofit organizations. Second, the international market research. Third, the public policy and ethics, specifically customer privacy and misuse of research finding.